Dale Chihuly is an American sculptor born in 1941. His work is known for bright colors and forms found in nature. He says that he's been inspired by the gardens that he grew up around and even stained glass windows from some of his travels in Europe. He works with a team of people to make his massive glass sculptures. He likes to work with gravity and even centrifugal force to see what kinds of forms he can come up with. In these installations, you can see how he wants the people around him to have a different experience of their environment. Today, we're going to make our own Chihuly-inspired sculptures. We're going to use a variety of materials like wires, beads, Sharpies, heat-sensitive plastic, and even a heat gun. Step 1 is going to be to sketch your idea. First, pick which hanger shape you want, then you're going to start to sketch what you're going to put inside. The top shape is what goes in the hanger, and the bottom shape is what you're going to draw on your shrink plastic. After you've done your sketch, now it's going to be time to fill your frame. You could have clear plastic go inside the top, or even wires to fill in that top shape. This is an example of using wire to fill the frame. We're going to fill that frame first before we do the plastic. We did a little opposite in this demonstration, but I think you can get the idea. You can wrap beads, you can wrap 2 wires together, you can even braid them together. After you filled your top frame with either colored plastic, wire, or even hot glue, you're going to draw on the shrinkable plastic that we're going to attach on the bottom. Here I'm using Sharpies, and I'm focusing on using organic shapes, bright colors, even some patterns. You have 2 options. There's the clear plastic, there's even some frosted plastic for you to color on. After drawing some organic shapes, I can also use patterns and designs to fill in some of the empty spaces. The more color you add to it, the better it's going to come out. We try not to leave a lot of plastic uncolored. These Sharpies are really fun to work with, and we try not to rest our hands on the plastic so they don't smudge. If there's any open spaces left over, we found that filling it in with yellow helps to just make it overall bright. Then you can even use black markers to add more designs. After you've done coloring, we're going to punch a hole in each of the corners and gently use wire to attach it to the frame. Of course, your frame will already have something inside of it, so you might want to be a little careful. Now we're going to cut the shrink plastic into strips, but we don't want to cut all the way up to that frame. So you need to make sure that you leave 2 fingers width from your cut to the frame. You're allowed to do straight lines, zigzag lines, some of them can be thicker than others. We just want to cut it from the bottom and then stop about 2 fingers width to the top. Dale Chihuly uses molten glass in his projects. We're not allowed to use that in the elementary art room, but we are going to use heat-sensitive plastic and heat guns. You have to use safety procedures. For instance, you're working with a partner who's helping to hold the frame. You're also using pliers to manipulate the plastic as you're holding the heat gun in the other hand. The heat gun is hotter than a regular blow dryer, but it should be safe as long as you're not blowing it directly on your skin. Be careful to not blow it too close to where the wires are attaching it to the frame, because sometimes that can stretch it a little bit too much. After you're done, you can add some other embellishments like wires, beads, recycled plastic, and some other items that your art teacher will show you. Have fun, be safe, and go forth and be brilliant.